Welcome back, trainers. So in this video, you guys want to hear me do a little rant about the Giratina, but the thing is, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to kind of rant, but we're going to just more talk about it instead of getting all upset and crazy here, because I've had my fair share of problems in the past 24 hours or so, right? So with that said, we have actually a few new things to discuss as well regarding legendary birds being shadows. So just like we predicted, they're within the code. We have those, looks like 3 Team Rocket leaders, which we're also going to be going over yet again, and they're going to be tied into that. We have dialogue for the Rocket quests, as well as possibly a new Gen 5 Pokemon coming in fairly soon, which was posted on the German website. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at all this stuff, and we're going to go into we're going to talk about the RNG after we get into the bit of this news here first. Do a little bit more constructive things, and then we'll get into the criticism. All right. So with that said, let's get into it, trainers. All right. So if you're not familiar, yes, we're going to be getting these Team Rocket Elite members, Sierra, Cliff, and Arlo, in which they may be possibly using the Shadow Legendary birds, as we can see here. We do have special research in which this is going to be taking place. And can we finally be able to battle Giovanni? Well, I think we will be able to. This is going to be quite exciting, guys. Now, as far as the Team Rocket stops currently, do I still do those? From time to time, but honestly, when I'm out here grinding, I really don't bother with them too much anymore. I'm excited that this is still here, and a whole new story is going to be bringing more excitement, and I will be pursuing these a lot harder. I just wanted to reach that first stage so I can get more Premier Balls and able to catch those shadow Pokemon. Like when we do get these legendary birds in which we're able to use, I'm sure we're going to have to catch them first. I'm not too sure if it's going to be like, well, you're going to have to possibly, catch it before it runs, or it's going to be a guaranteed catch. Because that would be pretty upsetting if you completed all your research, got to the point where you were able to catch the legendary shadow Pokemon, but it simply ran away. This is why a while back when I made a video going over, you should probably get your Team Rocket badge to at least bronze, as well as the purification, so you can have more of those Premier Balls to throw at specific stronger Pokemon in the future. Now going over some of this data mined quest dialogue here, there you go. I will leave a link to his Twitter in the description, so you can go ahead and go over all of this yourself here. It is going to be pretty interesting and fun when it does show up into the game. But the more interesting part that we all want to see is the actual tasks in which we need to complete here. So defeat Team Go Rocket leader Arlo, and there it is. Defeat Team Go Rocket leader Cliff. Defeat Team Go Rocket leader Sierra. And then find the Team Go Rocket boss. So who could that possibly be, guys? Giovanni? I'm assuming so. Battle the Team Go Rocket boss. Defeat the Team Go Rocket boss. And then catch a legendary shadow Pokemon. So there you go. Now, could it possibly even maybe be Lugia? I mean, that's on the table, but I'm not really going to say it is, because I don't think Shadow Lugia was even found within the code yet. But what is Shadow Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. So definitely look forward to those shadow forms in the future. Now, how much better they're going to perform with possibly Return when you do purify them, I'm sure they're going to be able to find some sort of usability. And as a matter of fact, they actually can be pretty good. Although Moltres with Sky Attack and, I don't know, Overheat's pretty decent, but you don't really use those too much in the Great League. And then moving on here, we do have another Gen 5 Pokemon that was advertised on a German website here, Autono. So it's a normal type Pokemon, and it's going to be maxing out around 1500 CP. So it is going to be, who knows, decent for the Great League. The movesets aren't that great, so don't get exactly too hyped for this specific Pokemon here. Alright, now let's talk about my luck with Giratina. Now, I'm starting to look at it at a different point of view here. Let's go ahead and check this Oddish really quick. Wouldn't that been something? Still waiting for that shiny while I'm recording. So, Pokemon Giratina. Let's go ahead and go shiny. So my shiny luck is was good in the past. As of, I'd say, a month ago, it has just been absolutely horrible. I was able to go plus this Oddish. Pretty cool. I was happy about that for sure. I got this Omnite through a breakthrough task, which is pretty rare for me as well. Or should I say through a research task. Go plus this Viper, and I actually traded it with Scarlet, so we just did a mirror trade just for kicks because mine had horrible IVs. This one turned out better than the last one I did have. So there you go. Go plus this Aeron here. But let's focus on Giratina. I've done, I've done 128 or 130 at this point and have yet to receive a shiny. On the raid day, everybody in the car received one. So there was 4 other people. I think 2 or 3 of them got 2 Giratina shinies, and then everybody else got 1. And I still have gotten 0. Now, what is RNG? Let's go over this again. It's a random number generator. So basically, you can do 1,000 of these Giratina raids and receive 0 because that is RNG. It's just, if you don't hit that number, you don't hit it. 1 in 20 odds. You can do all those raids and not hit that odd that you need to get. But there is something beyond this, and we're going to be going over this yet again. For newer trainers that come play in Pokemon Go, I feel like their random number generator is a lower number. So 1 in 20 for me, which I feel like it's actually 1 in 100. For a newer trainer or a lower level, I feel like it's going to be something like 1 in 10 or 1 in 7 to get that shiny. And why is that? Well, it's simple. So they can entice newer players and attract them to the game and have them excited about something like, okay, what if a newer player starts playing and they don't receive a shiny? Are they going to want to continue playing? Probably, for sure. That's not the whole incentive to keep going, is to getting a shiny, but it's a big incentive. You just won yourself a nice shiny prize, something that's pretty rare, and you're enticed. You're like, wow, this is fun. I actually got one of these shiny Pokemon. I'm going to keep playing this game. But on the other hand, when you take a look at an older player, somebody like myself who's been playing since basically day one, who's invested a ton of money into the game, they don't need to cater to you. This is why I think that the RNG is not RNG. I call it this new thing now, controlled number generator. Because why would they not want to give me a shiny though? Because they know I'm going to continue to pay and continue to play. That's as simple as that. They know I'm going to just keep putting money into the game, or whoever you are who is a high roller player in Pokemon Go. They know you're going to just keep pumping money into the game. Therefore, once you do get your shiny, you may want to slow down. Do you see this whole process here? I've done 128. If I received my shiny, I certainly would have not done that many. You see the patterns here? They hook the newer trainers, and once they're hooked, they're going to start spending more money. If the newer players do not get the shiny, they possibly may not get interested. Now, it's not 100% fact, but you see what I'm saying. Incentive. For us older players, we're already hooked. There's no need for them to give us the shiny right away. They want us to continue to put money into the game so we can keep trying desperately to get that shiny. Now, yet again, going back to the random number generator, if you say, well, I know we already went over this, but it's not guaranteed. You can do 1,000,000 and not get a shiny. That's a little crazy, right? You can do 500 and you still won't get a shiny because it's just a matter of luck. It's all roll the dice. Literally gambling. Literally, this is a gambling game. It's not advertised by it, but all this, outrage over loot crates in the new games nowadays. This is basically loot crates. You're going to go to the shop, you get what you pay for, right? It's not necessarily a loot crate, but you are to some degree gambling, right? You're putting money into this game, you're putting money into something for a chance, just like a slot machine. Just like that, just like going to Vegas, except this time everybody can play. And you don't have to be a certain age limit. Not 21. You can be 7 and gamble on this. So that's what I think. This is controlled to every degree. Am I upset? At this point, guys, I've become kind of just numb to the fact that I haven't gotten one. Simple. It's really, You know, what really upsets me the most is when I'm out raiding with a bunch of people and then they get one. I'm not upset at them. I'm just baffled by the whole process and how it's not, you know, given me that odd yet. That possibility, that shiny. It's absurd. So now say I went out there and I only did like 50. That's a good amount of raids to not get a shiny. Is it a grounds to start whining? I wouldn't say I'm whining. I'm expressing myself to you guys. I mean, it's a lot of raids, but 50, yes, you're still putting in quite a bit of cash. But once you reach the peak of 100, it starts getting a little bit odd, I would say. Now I saw this pattern with Mewtwo as well. Just had bad odds. Now you can say this. Let's give an example here, and I know she doesn't mind. Scarlet Witch. I do believe she got 7 shiny Mewtwo's. She had fantastic odds. It was just crazy. So I already know she invests quite a bit of money too, like me. So what's this whole thing that I'm talking about? Everything that I just basically said is out the window. About the newer trainers getting them easier and the older trainers having to work harder and put in more because they know we're already hooked. But yet she's getting a bunch of those. Well, I think it has something to do with specific Pokemon as well. If you have that good number for that Pokemon that aligns with it, you will also have the good odds. But that's why I'm just confused about this whole situation, because lower levels and higher trainers alike can still get the shinies, but sometimes it's just not happening and the game does not want you to get those shinies. It's just very confusing. I don't think we'll ever figure out the whole mystery behind the RNG for Pokemon Go. I think it's actually changing a lot of the time. It's not the same ever since they introduced shinies. They're switching it up. The algorithm behind the whole system is all different, and they probably do this all the time. So who knows, guys? That's my thoughts. If you wanted a hard rant, you can go watch my other video going over how the RNG is rigged. Do I still stand by that? Yes, I do. I still think it's absolutely rigged, but what can you do at this point? If I get on here and start spouting like an angry man and being super negative about it, I mean, I know a lot of you will relate and slam your fist on your desk like, yeah, get him, Poke. But not everybody wants to hear somebody who's, you know, angry all the time. So I just wanted to just kind of discuss it and give you my thoughts in a sensible way here. So anyways, that's it. Still no shiny Giratina. Hopefully we could get one of those. Honestly, you know what, at this point though, ever since I got up to 128, I have just simply, I don't know. I don't feel like I should put any more money into this. I'm obviously going to put money into the game, but to go out and pursue Giratina, I don't think so. Maybe I'll do the legendary raid hours. I'll actually do that because I really enjoy driving my friends around while we're doing that. It's really fun being together. But for the most part, like going out of my way to go find those, I don't think so. But it's making it really hard because we do have the Stardust event right now. And, you know, what am I supposed to do? Just ignore the legendary raids even if there's a group there? I want 3,000 Stardust per raid with a start piece on. So I still probably do them, but actively pursuing them one after another, I don't think that's going to happen. As far as the other raids, absolutely, I want to get the Stardust as well as catching the Pokemon. Haven't been able to really grind ever since this did happen. I did a little bit on the first day, but I haven't really been focusing on that too much. Had to deal with had to take out the trash, let's just say that, yesterday. So anyways, with that said, trainers, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.